Okay, welcome back to Nightmare's gaming channel here. Up for another enhanced 4X mod for Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. And that's what this video is going to be about today. I already did one for the TEC Loyalists, which you could also call the TEC Defenders. I'm going to do one now for the TEC Rebels, which is the offensive arm of the TEC, so to speak. The last video, I just stepped you into a campaign that was about half completed. So you got a good chance to see everything kind of halfway there, the techs, combat, all that kind of stuff, ownership. I'm going to start one now where I'm just starting the game, just to show you how the game starts up. I'm going to walk you through some of the techs. I won't have all the ships out, but that's okay. You saw most of the TEC already on the other one. This is just going to be more to show the differences between the two, and then also just a little bit of the start and how stuff can set up. So we'll just grab a little small fiefdom here. I'm just going to leave everything on normal. I'm just going to leave Capital Victory on to simplify it. Let's see. I'll take... so you see here the setup screen is a little bit different. You have TEC and HTS. They renamed some of the races, so to speak, or the variants of the races. And you can basically see that most of this is pretty standard. But if you look at the tooltips here, they're a little bit different. They've rewritten a little bit of this. And... otherwise, the techs are all pretty much the same. But basically, these guys are focused defense, these guys are focused offense, and they get fleshed out a little bit more as a result of this update. Same thing for the Advent. You've got the Orthodox and the Ascended now instead of the Loyalists and Rebels. And the Visari, you get the VCC and the VIR, which they'll all get their own videos later. So going back here, I'm going to grab the HTS. I don't know. We'll just stick with TEC. You can see everything TEC of this video. We'll make it easy, that way I don't have to worry about really paying attention to the game. I can just focus on the video. Normally I do harder, better for personal preference, but for sake of the video we'll do it more shortly. Alright, I'm going to pause the video while this loads. I'll jump back in here in a minute. Okay, here we go. It has officially loaded. Just jumping out here. I'll go ahead and send my little Arcovas out.
Where to now?
We'll go there. You know what, that's fine. Go back there and explore. Alright, so one thing you see with the start of the game, the what they call the Defenders or the Loyalists, whatever you want to call it, they get an actual star base right off the bat. You get a constructor, you can build it wherever you want for free. The Rebels here, the whatever they are, VTS, whatever they're called in this version, don't get that though. Let's see, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, the HTS, I'm sorry, the HTS, Human Trader State. They don't get that. They have more offensive capabilities. So let me just get that started. Alright, good enough for now. Now looking at some of the differences, and especially some of the improvements that E4X has made, or add-ons I should say. If you look at the military, it's pretty standard. However, if you look here, you do have this, Siege Mode. This is new. Basically, the Krosov siege frigates and the torpedo cruisers, they get bonus offensive and defensive capabilities, but they can't move as much. So probably you trigger it, they become more stationary, their damage and their defense goes up. That's what I would expect to be the result. I don't have that yet, but we'll try to get to that later on. I might make another video showcasing more of these in action. Again, this is more just to show the differences since you already have a TEC video up. And then also you got modification. I showed that in the last one. Looks like they've got some of their own unique flavoring that's different from the Defenders here. Yeah, that's also alright. Let's see. Nothing new in defense. Civilian. They do have a new one here. Genocidal indoctrination. This is not in the Loyalists or the Defenders path. Let's see. Wipe that enemy. Something making your forces play. They're healed and gain buffs to damage and bombardment if they're orbiting. So if they're orbiting enemy planet and is destroyed, you get buffs. Okay, that's interesting. That's for sure. Diplomacy. Again, you got the Human Trader State. This is you have race specific, which is the TEC, and then you have basically your faction specific. So they have faction specific bonuses here. Increases the rate of fire, ship build, bombing cooldown, population, etc. Whereas the Defenders get bonuses to defense and mostly to trade and more peaceful inclinations. Then of course the traders, these look like they're about the same. You still have your same heroes, and you still have your same diplomacy frigate improvements. Everything else looks pretty much the same here. Logistics is the same. Of course, I have no artifacts yet. So we'll go ahead and we'll go capture a planet real quick. You guys can see This is interesting. Frenzy, this is new. They don't have this on the defensive ones. Xenophobe propaganda. So each time a ship deals a killing blow, that ship gains a boost of damage until... Okay, cool. So not only are they more offensively focused, but they're also like crazy excited about killing people. Industrial planet. That's interesting. There's also new planetary types. I haven't seen any in the map I'm playing on the Loyalist side, but here's one right here, so it's kind of cool. We're going to get a first chance look at that. Industrial planet. It's interesting. Also, under the... I should focus on that. Under the tree, they don't have like the Ferris planets broken out separately. You've got thermal instead of volcanic, which ice or Arctic is still separate, but thermal is your volcanic and inhospitable. Not really sure what inhospitable means. I'm assuming that's the greenhouse planet. I'm not real sure because the other map doesn't have greenhouse planets on it. Hopefully this one will. And then hazardous exploitation says greenhouse in it. Contaminated and colonizable gas giant. So previously in Sins, I don't remember any instance where I was ever able to colonize a gas giant, and I don't think I've ever seen contaminated. E4X does say in the description that it adds planetary types, so I'm going to have to assume that's what this is as well.
Brace for combat.
Let's zoom in and watch some of the combat here. I'll even put on cinematic mode. Ta-da! I do like the visual improvements and the sound effects. The autocannons sound pretty cool. The visuals are nice. I like the lens flare on the autocannons. Don't have missiles. The missiles look really good in the update. I'm not trying to issue orders. Oops. Ah, good. We have them. You can see the ion cannon launch. Boom! You see that big blue pulse? In the old game was more like a blue beam that shot out real fast. Now it's like a big fat blue pulse that comes out. I kind of like that too, actually. You could just say I really enjoy this mod. Come on, hurry up and kill it. Probably should have gone with a smaller frigate so you can kill it more quickly. I'll zoom out so we can see the explosion. About there's probably good. Yep, there it goes. So the explosions are a little more spectacular. I do like that a lot. They look kind of like mini capital ship explosions almost. This one's going to blow up here in a second too. Oh, see, there's missiles from the side. I like the way the missiles look. Boom! Also, I like the sparks that fly out. Yeah, it's just kind of a cool explosion. Anyways, that's pretty much it though for the quick demo. Again, I already have a TEC video up, so I don't want to kill too much time going back over the TEC. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of the differences, and it's mostly in the tech trees, but also looks like some of it's in the individual ships. I mean, like the frigates, for example, get Frenzy, which that definitely wasn't in the base game. I don't see anything really different with the planetary side of things. You can't see it because they're not being attacked, but if you could, you'd see that the planets shoot back now, at least on the Defenders. I don't know if they do for the HTS or not, but it's pretty cool.
How can I be of service?
Go get them. Anyways, but that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, be sure to tune in next time. For now, this is Nightmare out.